This is a Siku Auto 1465 Toyota RAV4 off-road vehicle firefighters. The Toyota RAV4 is a compact crossover SUV, sport utility vehicle, produced by the Japanese automobile manufacturer Toyota. This was the first compact crossover SUV. It made its debut in Japan and Europe in 1994, and in North America in 1995, being launched in January 1996. The vehicle was designed for consumers wanting a vehicle that had most of the benefits of SUVs, such as increased cargo room, higher visibility, and the option of full-time four-wheel drive, along with the maneuverability and fuel economy of a compact car. Although not all RAV4 models are four-wheel drive, RAV4 originally stood for Recreational Activity Vehicle, four-wheel drive. This has been changed to Robust Accurate Vehicle, four-wheel drive, because the aforementioned equipment is an option in select countries. For the third-generation model, Toyota offered both short and long wheelbase versions of the RAV4. Short wheelbase versions are sold in Japan and Europe, long wheelbase versions in Australia and North America. Toyota of Japan also sells the longer wheelbase version as the Toyota Vanguard at Toyopet store locations. Japanese versions are sold at two different Toyota dealerships, Toyota Corolla Store and Toyota Net Store. The first-generation RAV4, known as the XA10 series, was constructed on a unique platform that shared Carina and Corolla elements. It launched in Japan in May 1994. Design and development commenced in 1989 under codename 153T, with design approval and start of production development in the second half of 1991 on the three-door version, and in 1993 for the five-door version. In March 1995, the five-door was launched and introduced to the US in January 1996, with standard dual airbags. The XA10 series was available in both 3- and 5-door versions. In the US, a 2.0-liter straight-four producing 89 kilowatts, 119 HP, 121 PS, was available. Both front-wheel drive and all-wheel drive were available, and the RAV4 could be had with either a 5-speed manual or 4-speed automatic transmission. It was named the 1997 Automobile of the Year by Automobile magazine. The 1996 to 1997 model years had headlamps with a bracket push-in type, dual filament bulb. The front running/turn signal lamps used older round socket dual filament bulbs. The rear used round socket type bulbs as well. In 1997 for the 1998 model year, the RAV4 was slightly restyled on the front and rear fascias, and a soft-top three-door was made available. Power was increased slightly to 95 kilowatts, 127 HP, 129 PS. In June 1999, the two-door hardtop was dropped from the American lineup, leaving the five-door and soft-top models. The 1998 to 2000 models used a single filament headlamp, with two different beams per housing, low and high beam, opposed to the original single beam with dual filaments. The rear lamps used the more modern rectangular style bulbs, 7440/7443. The interior has subtle changes such as different colored seats, different colored door panels, extra cup holders on certain models, cigarette lighter/cup holder duo, and a digital odometer. In Japan, the 2.0-liter 3SGE Beams engine with 132 kilowatts, 177 HP, 179 PS, was also available. Some variants of the 1998 Toyota RAV4 were labeled as SXA11 rather than XA10, paired with an owner-given name of RAV4.1. Some models were manufactured without a digital clock, but a plastic cover instead. However, the wiring for the clock is still behind the dash, thus a clock can be installed in models sold without. Models with manual transmissions that are FWD will have a cover on the dash, wherein automatic transmission models would have the ECT power button or the center differential lock on manual transmission models with AWD. The second-generation RAV4, known as the XA20 series, went on sale in July 2000. Like the previous model, the XA20 was available in 3 and 5-door configurations, and was constructed on a platform that shared Carina and Corolla elements. Development began in 1995, with a design freeze in the first half of 1998. Styling was done at Calty Design Research Incorporated, also simply known as Calty, by Yasuhide Hosoda and Kevin Hunter from 1996 to 1997. Third generation. The Toyota RAV4 was redesigned for the 2006 model year, using an all-new platform, and was first unveiled at the 2005 Frankfurt Motor Show. It uses an electric power steering (EPS) system. The third generation RAV4 is offered in 2 versions, a short or a long wheelbase model. The short wheelbase model is sold only in Japan, Europe and New Zealand, diesel only in NZ. With the long wheelbase RAV4 sold in Australia, New Zealand and North America. Since 2007, the extended length RAV4 is also sold alongside its shorter counterpart in Japan as the Toyota Vanguard, albeit with a revised front-end body work incorporating a revised grille, bumper, bonnet and headlamps. When the larger XA40 arrived in 2012, the short wheelbase model was kept in production for the Japanese market and sold instead of the new version until 2016. Japanese models went on sale in 2005 at Toyota NETZ dealers. The 3-door was dropped in the beginning of 2007, leaving Toyota without a mini SUV until the 2009 Toyota Urban Cruiser, which is sold in Europe, North America, as the Scion XD, and Japan, as the Toyota IST. The XA30 series RAV4 was sold in Japan until July 2016, where the XA40 is not to be offered. Toyota discontinued the Vanguard in November 2013 in favor of the redesigned XU60 Harrier. As the RAV4 continued to grow, it became expensive to own in Japan due to the exterior dimensions and engine displacement, placing it in the upper tax bracket as defined by Japanese government dimension regulations and annual road tax obligations. It is also the first generation of RAV4 to be offered in regular for Asian and European markets, dropping the spare wheel from the rear, and extended for North American and Australian markets versions. The extended length RAV4 is larger by 21% in interior volume from the last generation, and now has an available third-row seat for children, North America and Japan only. The RAV4 can still be had in either front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive in North America and Japan, however most countries only sell the all-wheel drive version. In 2008, for the 2009 model year, the RAV4 was given a mid-cycle refresh in some markets, featuring a number of changes, including an all-new 4-cylinder engine, and a redesigned front end and tweaked rear end. The limited model gets a different front grille and bumper cover from other models. The Sport model features a bigger spoiler and red badging, along with an option on the V6 model to have a rear door without the externally mounted spare tire. Run-flat tires are used on this model. New features/options include turn signals integrated into the side mirrors, backup camera, with monitor built into rear view mirror, satellite navigation, smart keyless entry, a push-button starter, a multi-function instrument cluster display, etc. Much of the interior remains as before. In 2009, it was also the first time for the Canadian market to have a 2WD model sold in Canada. In 2011, for the 2012 model year, the RAV4 underwent another facelift, based off the Vanguard styling. The vehicles were built in Toyota's Tahara, Aichi assembly plant and under contract by Toyota Industries in its Nagakusa, Obiu, Aichi plant. Beginning in November 2008, vehicles for the North American market were built in the Toyota Motor Manufacturing Canada Incorporated, second plant. Beginning in March 2009, Chinese models began production by Tianjin FAW Toyota Motor Company Limited in a joint venture plant in Tianjin, China. In 2015, the XA30 series RAV4 was awarded the Wheels TV Pre-Owned Vehicle of the Year title. The fourth generation RAV4 was a complete redesign. It was revealed at the November 2012 Los Angeles Auto Show. Unlike the previous generations, it featured a rear liftgate rather than a side-opening rear door, and no longer had the spare tire mounted on the rear door. The RAV4 no longer used the V6 from the previous generation. All engine choices were inline 4-cylinder engines. Also, unlike the dual wheelbase strategy employed by the previous XA30 model, the XA40 was only sold in a single wheelbase, corresponding to the long wheelbase XA30. The full hybrid system combined a 2.5-liter Atkinson cycle gasoline engine with a powerful electric motor, a high-voltage generator, a 204-cell nickel-metal hydride battery located under the rear seats, a power control unit, and a power split device. RAV4 hybrids were available in both front and all-wheel drive variants. The all-wheel edition came equipped with a second, 50 kilowatts high-voltage, rear-mounted electric motor that offers increased traction, and a 1,750-pound, 790 kilograms, towing capacity. The rear's electric motor operates independently from the hybrid system front's electric motor, driving the rear wheels alone. U.S. sales began in early January 2013. The fifth-generation RAV4 was unveiled at the 2018 New York International Auto Show. The design was previewed by the FTAC concept shown at the December 2017 Los Angeles Auto Show. It is built on GAK platform, which is also shared with 8th-generation Camry, 5th-generation Avalon, and 7th-generation Lexus ES. Both 4-cylinder gasoline-powered and gasoline-electric hybrid Synergy Drive variants would remain available. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like our video and Facebook page.